Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball, Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the Detroit Tigers and the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium. On the mound for Detroit is Jack Morris, whose record is 8-4 with a 3.27 ERA. And pitching for the Yankees today is Ron Guidry, whose record is 6-7 with a 4.06 ERA. Well, we lost a tough one yesterday, 4-2 to the Red Sox as we got out of town and headed to the Bronx. It was a good pitched game, pretty decently pitched by Tom Filer. We lost in the 12th inning with Dave Rucker on the mound. He's been so good for us. It's a shame that he gave up a couple of runs, took a loss. Our defense was horrible, though, specifically Kirk Gibson, who had 2 errors in that game, a real bummer. He cost us maybe a victory with that. He's not really, he plays left field. That was his position in the majors, but he was always pretty poor at it. We have him in the lineup today at DH, which is really probably better suited. Let's go ahead and get started with today's game. Oh, you know what? Actually, I want to take a second. I always forget. Stephen M. always asks for this, and it's a great idea. Just take a moment here to show the New York Yankees main page here so you can see who they have injured, as well as their top prospects, whose contracts are up, and you can look at their overall stats here, the team leaders, including Scott Sanderson, who they just traded for. Technically, he's their leader in wins, but I don't think he's only pitched one game. We're going to see him tomorrow. That'll be interesting. As Ron Guidry's on the mound for the Yankees today. That's our 4th lefty in a row. And then you know what? I guess it would be also appropriate to take a moment to show the Yankee Stadium park effects. I don't know if we did that before or not, but the left field and right field, of course, are short porches, deep in left center field, 430 feet. Center field's at 417. Home runs by left-handers are much more likely in this ballpark. Right-handers a lot less likely with that 430, 417 to center field. Left-handers get 5% more likely to get hits. Right-handers 7% less likely. Doubles, hard to get here, 8% less. Triples, almost 50% more likely than other stadiums, than the average stadium. Strikeouts at 100, more likely, 7% more. Double plays or average errors around average. Overall, the park factor, though, is 4% less than other parks. So I don't really know how that averages out. It's a weird dynamic in Yankee Stadium. Obviously, everyone knows old Yankee Stadium, even if you've never been there. I've never seen it personally, but it's obviously a very challenging stadium for a right-handed hitter. Let's go ahead and get today's game started. As always, I appreciate everyone following along, like and or subscribe. We have 2 pitchers not available. Both of them are closer. A right-handed closer and left-handed closer. So that means Tom Hume will probably get the save opportunity if it comes to that. We also have Brian Kelly, who is a long reliever who can go a couple innings if Morris struggles. Yankees in 149 plate appearances, batting .232 versus Jack. So Jack definitely has an advantage here. And Ron Guidry, again, a left-hander. Here's our lineup today. We're going to give Dawson the day off. He blows. Eddie Miller will be in there in center field. Gibby back in there, but as a DH today. Trammell and Rickey had the days off yesterday. So they're back in there. They're healthy. I was going to give Parrish the day off, but we'll give him the day off tomorrow. Let's go ahead and take a look at the season stats for both teams. And we're going to go ahead and do the lineup rundown for the Tigers. Batting leadoff, playing second base is Sweet Lou Whitaker. Batting second in left field is Rickey Henderson. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup, playing shortstop is Alan Trammell. Batting fifth and catching is Lance Parrish. Batting sixth and DHing is Kirk Gibson. Batting seventh in right field is Kevin Bass. Batting eighth, playing first base is Greg Brock. And batting ninth in center field today is Eddie Miller. We've got a couple switch hitters in the lineup today. First time, I think, all season we've started 2 switch hitters. Here's Ron Guidry, Louisiana Lightning, or Gator. Both nicknames are awesome. I love them both. I'm a nickname guy. I'm sure you already know that. This is his 16th start, struggling a bit this year. 6-7 with that 4.06 ERA. Only 29 walks. He's given up 13 home runs so far. Almost a home run to start. 76 strikeouts. 1 complete game. It was a shutout. His fastball is only at 89 miles an hour. And if you take a look, his fastball is his best pitch, rated at 90. His slider right there too, with a 86 rating. Changeup he mixes in, inconsequential pitch. And overall rating 90, pretty solid. He goes to arbitration this year, so I wonder if the Yankees are going to pay him or not. I guess we'll see here before too long. Okay, so, and you can see there his World Series numbers. Looking pretty good, 4-0 in the playoffs. And he had that 25-3 year where he won the Cy Young. Pretty impressive. There's the defensive alignment for the Yankees today. I have not been putting up the defensive title cards because I am working on a new format for that. And I think you'll like it a little bit better. It should be a little bit more easy to understand what I'm trying to present. As we take a look here at Sweet Lou leading off against Ron Guidry, batting .329 versus lefties. Ground ball to second base to lead off the game. There's 1 down. Next up is Rickey Henderson. Henderson walks. Catcher is Ron Hassey. Not a great arm. His arm is rated an 80. And, well, let's actually take a look at, because I might want to steal here. Let's look at his fielding. And 32% caught stealing, which is very high in this game. So maybe a risky move for us with Hatcher up there. We're gonna hit and run with Hatcher. Rickey on first, and Hatcher pops it up. So now we are going to be running with Trammell, cleanup hitter today. So we're going to steal second, 75% chance here, which is very good. And Henderson does steal second base. Good job by Henderson. That is his 15th out of 31. Ouch. So yeah, it's no gimme with Rickey. And Trammell with a chance here to drive in a run, hits a ground ball to second. Plays made by Willie Randolph. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is the Yankees lineup rundown. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting second in left field is Don Reynolds. Batting third in right field is Claudel Washington. Batting cleanup, playing first base is Rick Leach. Batting fifth and catching, Ron Hassey. Batting sixth at third base is Joe Lefebvre. Batting seventh and DHing is Dennis Werth. Batting eighth in center field is Lee Mazzilli. And batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Ivan De Jesus. Jack Morris on the mound. He's been a little erratic lately. Let's go get right to the log. He's lost 3 of his last 4 decisions. And really hasn't pitched horrible. I mean, he gave up 3 earned runs in his last start. Went 8, 4 Ks. Took the loss, though. Yeah, I mean, his season is actually pretty solid. His ERA is sitting at 3.27, which is not too shabby. 56 Ks in 96 innings pitched. More walks than you'd like to see. Opponents are batting .216 against him. He has 1 complete game. It was a shutout. That was opening day, in fact, against these very same Yankees. Okay, Willie Randolph leading off against Jack Morris. 2 for 13 in his career against Jack, and a base hit into right field. Past Whitaker, and the leadoff man is on. Will Randolph be going against Lance Parrish? Just for comparison's sake, we'll take a look at his fielding. 27% caught stealing. His defensive range is a negative number, which is not great. Obviously, you want to be positive. And he was actually Parrish was bad last year, too, until maybe the last couple of months where he started throwing everybody out. And back-to-back singles as Don Reynolds gets a base hit into left field. And now we got a row of lefties coming up with Washington at the plate now. First and third, nobody out. Here's Claudell. Striking out, looking. That's great. Now we're going to pull the corners in. Try to prevent the run from scoring from second on a ground ball, or possibly get a double play. Rick Leach, former Tiger, batting .380. He's basically hitting so well, they sent Don Mattingly down to the minors. He was batting .288, and he's in Double-A right now, Donnie Baseball, as Leach hits a sac fly to left. That's Henderson in left field. And then Reynolds steals second base. That is his fourth stolen base on the season. 4 for 6. And he's in scoring position for the MVP, Ron Hassey. And Hassey goes to left, and it falls in for a hit. And it's 2-0 Yankees. Come on. RBI for Hassey, and then Lefebvre strikes out. So a bad start for Morris, giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. Stolen base in there against Parrish, who leads off the top of the second. Here's Lance, hovering around 300, but no power. It's been forever since Parrish has hit a home run. He flies out to center field. And I really only have him in the 5th spot. I mean, he probably should be lower in the lineup. He's not driving in runs either. He's just getting singles and doubles. As Gibby pops up. Oh, it's going to be dropped by Hassey. Hassey commits an error somehow in the field of play. It didn't look like it, but we'll take it. So runner on first, 1 down. Kevin Bass up, getting regular playing time, batting .308 versus lefties. We're going to hit and run. And he hits a weak dribbler to short, and back-to-back errors. Error on the shortstop, De Jesus. And if this were happening to me, I would be so pissed right now. But because it's in our favor, I'm going to just be grateful and see if Greg Brock can take advantage of this. A line drive into center field. Caught on the run by the center fielder, Lee Mazzilli. He's a Gold Glover out there. Gibson tags up and takes third. And it's going to be up to Eddie Miller getting a spot start today in center. 1 for 6 on the season. And he hits a weak ground ball to Randolph. Oh, and another error! Come on! Unbelievable. We got a run on the board. 3rd Yankee error this inning. The catcher and the middle infielders are causing errors. Unbelievable. All right, so Whitaker, an opportunity here to give the Tigers the lead. Ron Guidry's like, what's he got to do to get out of this inning? There we go, a ground ball to De Jesus, and that'll do it. Tigers score a run on 3 errors, no hits at all. And we're a run down. So we go to the bottom of the second. Dennis Werth leading off, popping it up. Will Parrish make the play? He does. There we go. 1 down. Here's Lee Mazzilli in his Texas Rangers uniform. In 1982, he got traded late in the season to the Rangers. Flying out to center field, Eddie Miller makes the play. 2 down. Here's Ivan De Jesus. De Jesus, the everyday shortstop now that they traded Brian Doyle. Who did they trade him to? Was it the Reds? De Jesus flies out to left. Okay, so good comeback inning for Morris. We go to the top of the third, 2-1. Here's Rickey Henderson. A weak ground ball, and he beats it out for a single. There's the first Tigers hit today. We're going to once again give Mickey Hatcher an opportunity here to hit and run. Oh, he pops it up again. Hatcher, I mean, he's been solid. He's our MVP, but he is a little bit in a slump. So Henderson on first. We're going to do it like we did last inning. And now with 1 down, we're going to try to get Henderson into scoring position for Trammell. And he steals his second base of the game. There we go. I mean, maybe this is the first 2 stolen base game. He's back at 50%, 16 out of 32 now. And an opportunity for Trammell to knock him in. Hit the ball to the one bag you don't want to hit it to. So Lefebvre, Gold Glover in his own right, makes the play. And then Parrish will hit a high fly ball to center. And Henderson will be stranded at second. So we go to the bottom of the third, 2-1. Yanks back to the top of the lineup with Willie Randolph, led off the game with a base hit. And he strikes out swinging. 3 Ks for Morris. Next up is Don Reynolds. Reynolds flies out to deep right field. 2 down. And here is the 1980 National League MVP, Claudel Washington. He goes the opposite field for a base hit. Washington really has not been great since the Yankees signed him. Take a quick look at him here, batting .237 this season. He did bat .317 last year. Not a lot of pop to his. Well, I guess he had an .834 on base OPS, so that's not too shabby. And you see here his Mets MVP season. 2 down, runner on first. Here's Rick Leach. And Leach hits a ground ball to second. Whitaker makes the play. Okay, we go to the top of the fourth. We have Gibby leading off. And Gibby strikes out swinging. Only the first strikeout for Guidry today. And then Kevin Bass walks. Good job by Bass. This could be a double play opportunity, but we're going to let Brock swing away. Oh, base hit up the middle. There we go. Nicely done. Hit it right back through the box. And first and second now with 1 down. We'll let Eddie Miller swing away. Oh, that pitch was 6 inches outside, and he swang at it. 2 Ks for Guidry. Back to Sweet Lou. Lou hits lefties well, but he struggles against Guidry. And he strikes out swinging. We are leaving a lot of runners on base here. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ron Hassey leading off. Hassey hits a fly ball to right. 1 down. Joe Lefebvre up next. And he strikes out. 4 Ks for Morris. Definitely settled in since the first inning. And Dennis Werth, who just got his average over 200, strikes out as well. So 5 Ks for Jack going to the top of the fifth. And Henderson is on base for the 3rd time. Okay, so he's stolen 2 bases. We're not going to risk it yet. We're going to give Hatcher a 3rd opportunity here on hitting and running. There we go, back up the box. You can't get 3 of those fastballs past Hatcher. And why is Rickey not on third? Maybe because it was so shallow. 181 feet now. We're going to say no. First and second, nobody out for Trammell. Let Trammell swing away. Oh, gosh darn it. Strikes out. That's 1 down. That's Parrish. This is a double play coming if I ever saw one. Oh, rips it to the left. No pop in that bat. Henderson tags up, takes a risk there with 2 down. Never want to get thrown out at third with 2 outs, but we took the chance. First and third, we'll do anything now to basically get this run in. Oh, and then Trammell gets picked off, or Hatcher gets picked off first base. A good move by the left-hander, and that'll kill the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Here is Lee Mazzilli leading off, and a base hit into left field. Under the glove of Tram, that's the leadoff man on. 5 hits now for the Yankees. We're going to bring the corners in with Ivan De Jesus. In case he wants to drop down a bunt. Nope, slow roller to short. And the only play was to first. So we did not turn 2 there. It's hard to turn double plays here, as I illustrated earlier. Back to the top of the lineup with Randolph, who pops up into the outfield grass as Whitaker makes the play. So Maz is still on second with 2 down for Don Reynolds. And Reynolds flips it to left. Henderson makes the grab. And we're going to the 6th inning. Okay, still 2-1. Gibby leading off. Striking out. 5 Ks for Guidry. Kevin Bass up next. Bass is a single and 2 walks today so far. 4 walks for Guidry. We're going to let Brock swing away. All these strikeouts and walks are at least getting Guidry's pitch count up as Brock strikes out. So the switch hitter Miller up. 1 for 8 on the season. And another walk. So Guidry's over 100 pitches. If we can get Guidry out, maybe we've got a shot. And then Whitaker flips it into center field. Caught. So at 107 pitches, Guidry not tired yet. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's take a look at the in-game stats. Henderson, definitely player of the game, 1 for 1 with 2 stolen bases. And a walk in there. Oh, I thought Bass had a hit. Maybe that was Brock that got that single. Either way, here is Claudel Washington. We're right at the beginning of the row of lefties. And Morris walks the leadoff man. Will Washington be going with Rick Leach up? Whew, that was ball 4. Morris strikes him out, though. Leach was trying to put it in play. 1 down. And then a stolen base by Claudell. His 9th on the season. So runner in scoring position for Ron Hassey. Hassey came through last time he had this opportunity. Popping it up at home plate in this at-bat. Parrish makes the play. 2 down. Do we walk Lefebvre to get to Werth? That is the question. Because we know Werth sucks. Lefebvre's batting .298. Morris at 92 pitches. I think we can get through 1 more inning. We're going to give him a chance to get him out. Slow roller to Whitaker at second. Whitaker tosses him out. Okay, so interesting. They're taking out Don Reynolds in left. They're going to bring in Rupert Jones to play left field. That's a smart play, I guess. Another left-hander in the lineup, at least. Here's Rickey leading off against Ron Guidry. Guidry has not got him out yet. Ground ball to first. There we go. Okay, so now Ron Guidry is listed as tired. 112 pitches. See if we can get him out of there. Line drive by Hatcher. Snagged by Leach at first. 2 down now for Trammell. And Trammell hits a rainbow into right center. A 1-2-3 inning as Guidry's tired, but still performing well. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. No robot race today because we're on the road. When we get back to Detroit against the White Sox, we're going to have the Final 4. That'll be the first 2 games of the 4-game series. The 3rd game, there will be no robot race, but the 4th game will be for the grand prize, which of course is the Raleigh Fingers autograph photo with certificate of authenticity. Second prize is a 1973 Topps Raleigh Fingers baseball card in near mint condition as Werth strikes out. 7 Ks for Morris. And then third prize is a bag of Raleigh Fingers mustache hair. Okay. Mazzilli grounds out to second. His first 2 outs come fairly easily to Morris. He could go 120 pitches as he's at 107 now with DeJesus grounding to third and Hatcher throws him out. Keeping Guidry in there with Parrish leading off the inning. Ground ball to short. Tigers have only 3 hits today. 5 walks for Guidry and 3 errors, so it's not like we're not getting on base. We just are not able to do anything with it. There we go. Gibby walks. 6 walks now for Guidry. 6 walks, 6 strikeouts. Wow. Okay, we're going to hit and run. Try to get Gibby in motion here. And a ground ball to first. That'll get Gibby to second. So again, in scoring position, as Guidry's at 127 pitches. We're going to let Brock swing away. He's 1 for 3 on the day. He does not hit lefties well. And he almost pushed it through the left side of the infield. De Jesus snags it and gets the slow running Brock at first. So we have another runner stranded in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Randolph will lead off, and then Rupert Jones, who came in defensively, will be up. Oh, crap. So Morris walks Randolph. And now we've got the lefties, and it's stupid. I have to take him out to leave him in there. We're going to bring in Cappy. Cappy gets the lefties out. Take a look here at his log. It's been a while. I mean, in his last 20 appearances, an 0.83 ERA. And if you look at his splits, he crushes lefties. He has been known to walk a few, though. So Rupert Jones is batting .250 as a left-hander versus left-handers. Runner on first. And Randolph was going on the pitch, and Parrish guns him down. Nicely done by Parrish. So we'll take that out. 1 out now for Rupert Jones, who swings under the fastball. That's strike 3. 2 down with Claudel Washington up, and Washington popping it up on the infield to Whitaker, carrying to the outfield grass, and that'll do it. The Yankees are bringing in their closer. Excuse me. I apologize with my allergies here. Kurt Kaufman, he is the closer, and he's not great. 5.02 ERA. They have Goose Gossage as their setup man, but they have Kaufman as their closer. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Hard to argue with that. Fastball's rated a 98, a changeup at 78, so below average. That splitter, pretty solid at 83. 15 of 18 in save opportunities. He's got 3 blueies. And I can't, in good conscience, let Eddie Miller bat when I've got Reggie on the bench to face his old team. So we're bringing in Reggie. Let's see what he's got. He's not been great lately, and he pops it up. We're going for the home run ball, and no such luck. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sweet Lou up next, and Lou strikes out swinging. We're down to Henderson. 3-hitter for the Yankees so far. Henderson definitely the player of the game. We need him to get on base. We will definitely steal if he gets on. He strikes out swinging, and that's the ball game. Tigers lose 2-1. Our only run was on the error by Ivan De Jesus. 3 errors in that inning. That's all we could muster. Tigers lose 2-1. No trade offers. Let's take a look at the standings. Tigers lose back-to-back games. Yankees are going to gain a game. Baltimore gains a game. So they're 3.5 and 4 back, respectively. Milwaukee, under 500. We got to give them some credit for getting their act together because they got off to, what was it, a 1-11 start to the season? Something like that. And so they've turned it around. Boston, Toronto, and Cleveland bringing up the rear. Okay, let's take a look at transactions. Jamie Easterly is signed as a free agent for the struggling Cleveland Indians, and they put him in AAA. So it looks like they're trying to give him a little bit of work. Actually, he's got a Cleveland hat on, so he did play for the Indians at some point. So he's making the minor league minimum, major league minimum, I guess, technically. Let's pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Kind of a bummer of a game, as player of the game will go to Rickey Henderson. That's going to give him 10. He's 1 now behind Mickey Hatcher. No RBIs on the day for any Tigers. Mickey Hatcher caught stealing Hey, Henderson did have 2 stolen bases. That's pretty good. Morris loses another start. Falls to 8-5. Cappy has a good job in relief. Guidry gets the win. He pulls to 500, 7-7 on the year. Kurt Kaufman gets the save, his 16th. 2 stolen bases for the Yankees, as Willie Randolph was the one who was gunned down there in the 9th inning. The 8th inning. And those 3 errors, we could not take advantage of them, nor all the walks by Ron Guidry. Gator was in charge, though. Tigers lose 2-1. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 2 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.